Are expecting Neil to go down the inside, a bit like Rodders did there on Keith. Rodders sees a gap and he goes for it. And meanwhile, Vince has passed Jamo. He's alongside Jamo. Jamo's going back through on the inside. Vince is on the outside. Into Sterling's video now got. Oh, made a mistake. Whoa! Back end kicks out like hell. Video looking back to get back under the draft as Cyrix comes out of the pits. Watch out, Cyrix! 3 wide, decides to get up to speed and sees all these go through. Vince has got the draft from Keith as well. But back to the leaders, side by side for Rodders and Seek down towards the last corner. Here we go. LPB Mixed Surface Series Round 4 Race 2 from Sardinia Windmills. Hi everyone, welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB Mixed Surface Series on GTSport. This is race 2 of the special event now. We are at Sardinia Windmills in the Honda NSX GRB rally car now. So we're in a different car. So we've got the grid is based on the previous result. And obviously, remember guys, because of the double points that some people got last time, the weight penalties might be a little bit different, and also the points in the championship will be different as well. So take all that into account. And as we go to the grid, it is Bidster on pole position then, so he won the last race and he's on maximum ballast, still keeps his championship lead. Seat 1 is second, he's not got no weight on at all. And then it's Neil Farmack third. He is on 160 kilos, so still second place in the championship. Keith is fourth. He's weight free in this one. Rodders in fifth. He's also weight free in this one as well. Red Bull is on third place weight again, so nice and consistent stuff from Red Bull there. He's in sixth place with third place ballast on. And then it is Will in seventh. He's actually on 40 kilos. He's on fifth. He's on fifth place in the championship. Intrepid is in eighth and he is on fourth place weight in the championship, and TY's at the back weight free, hoping for a much better race this time compared to last race. So let's get ready for the start of this race then here at Sardinia Windmills. Obviously last time we were here we were in a Lancia Delta. This is a lot faster than the road going version of a Lancia Delta, because this is a Honda NSX GRB rally car. And off we go! Brilliant start by Bidster as everyone else gets away. Really intense. Got Keith and Neil and Rodders alongside each other as well. Into the first few corners this car flies, same as the Peugeot does. Keith sideways, he's lost it already. Keith loses it at the back and he's gone down to the back of the field. Everyone else, Neil, Red Bull, everyone else through the corner. Seat 1 and Bidster fighting for the lead. Seat 1 on the inside looking for the lead of the race. Bidster on the outside, and this time they're in a black and orange handcuff car with a little trim on as Keith at the back. There's Neil Farmack, Intrepid, TY, Will. Keith's gone right to the back of the field now, so not a good start for Keith. Into this corner, Seat 1's lost control and then Bidster goes through on the inside, sideways into the corner. Absolutely, I know all cars are sideways, but massively sideways there for Seat 1, and he's lost ground. He's got Red Bull, his fellow countryman, alongside him in the Chippendale Racing car, the green and blue car with the Red Bull sponsorship down the side. Other drinks are available as we go through the corner. TY then back in fifth. He's all over the place. He's not got control of that car very well. Neil Farmack goes into the corner, a little tap probably to make good friends. Rodders through the complex now. This car is flying. Everyone's loving this car. It's really fast through the corner. The V6 howling as they get onto the power. TY very wide there. He's not getting on with these dirt ones at all, I don't think. Neil Farmack goes through on the inside. Over the jump, flying over the jump. Let's watch everyone else flying. Oh! TY flies that much he almost bounces off the pit entrance. He almost does a complete same thing as he did in race 1, but doesn't want to be doing that. But down the hill we go. Seat 1, Red Bull and Bidster in the lead. So Bidster in the lead, Red Bull second. Really impressed here by Red Bull's pace on the dirt in this mixed surface series. Really good car control that we're seeing from him here. Seat 1 third. We've got Neil Farmack and Rodders battling out for fourth. Neil Farmack holds on to it for now, but Rodders is coming back. He is absolutely having a go at Neil Farmack, but Neil Farmack just holds on. TY, Intrepid, Keith and Will. Will's gone to the back now. Keith in the second of the BB Racing cars in 8th place now. Out the corner. Oh, it's all happened. TY's in the wall. And we've got another spinner as well. We can't see. TY's off. And I think, is it Rodders? Yes, it's Rodders. Rodders has spun as well. So Rodders and TY involved in some kind of major incident there. I think Will was involved, but we'll have to get another look at that later on. It might not have been Will. It could have been someone completely different. But anyway, at the front, Seat 1 takes second place from Red Bull, so it could have been Red Bull involved in that as well. So we'll have to see. Unless he made his own mistake, and that's what triggered the other incidents off. Neil Farmack then up to 4th, Keith 5th, Will 6th, Intrepid right behind him in 7th, but he's sort of trying to turn in too hard, and there's a fence there, Intrepid, you can't go through that, sunshine. Rodders then in 8th, TY back down to his customary position so far this championship, unfortunately in 9th as well. Oh, over the jump, he's lost it, and another car's lost it as well. Intrepid's gone round as well, he's gone round. Rodders is, I think, might have been involved in that, but Intrepid goes round, full 360 there, over the jump. I think he went over the jump at too aggressive, and he landed wrong, and he ended up spinning. So again, these cars do bite, same as the Group B rally cars back in the day in the mid-80s, the 600 horsepower monsters of the Audi and the Lancia Delta, the old Peugeot 205, the old classic cars that used to be really powerful monsters, and they got banned at the end of 1986 because they were just too dangerous and too powerful. We then ended up with several deaths over the 1986 season, which wasn't good and at all, and they ended up putting in some safer regulations and lowering the power of the cars for the next season. But these are the modern version of these cars, and Neil Farmack goes straight through. The entertainment value was brilliant. Don't let me just get that straight for a minute. The actual entertainment value of the Group B cars was absolutely insane, but it was just driver safety and the danger that ended up meaning that the cars get lowered in power as Red Bull muscling his way through past Neil Farmack there, and Neil Farmack is not having any of that at all. So C1 then goes, so the overall positions then, Bidster running away with it, maximum balanced, oh, he doesn't care, he's just flying in that car up front, little tap of the wall there. C1 second, Neil Farmack in 3rd, Red Bull in 4th, Rodders is back in 5th with Keith in 6th, being hounded now by Will. Will's getting back into the groove of things. TY's up in 8th, and Intrepid not quite enjoying this one as much as he did before, because as you remember last time he was round this track, he ended up winning in one of the Lancia Deltas races, and unfortunately not this time it seems for Intrepid. So further back to the front, so Bidster then pulling away at front, just doing what he does and just keeping it out in front. C1 there, his teammate, C1 there, Neil's teammate, trying to chase Bidster down, trying to pull Neil with him, but Red Bull's catching up to the back of these lot. Red Bull getting his iron again, and he's hunting them down for those podium spots. His teammate behind him, Rodders, trying to get on with things as well. Keith then in sixth place. None of these guys hanging about. Really good car control from everyone on display here. Will goes through there. He's actually catching up to Keith here. Could he have a look for a possible move into the corner? No, he's just sliding the car on the way in. No way through yet. Meanwhile, on the exit of the corner at the top, Seat 1 and Neil Farmack go towards the line. They're about to go over the jump. There goes Seat 1. There goes Neil Farmack slightly over the jump. Red Bull there. Rodders now up to the jump. It's his turn with Keith and Will. Rodders air. Keith, massive air from Keith, showing off, complete show off his old Keith, getting some good air there, and into the next corner we go. Seat 1 still second, and it's Neil Farmack in 3rd, but look, Red Bull is ever closer in the mirror of Neil Farmack. He is closing up to these boys. They have done 21s last time, and Red Bull was on a 22, but Red Bull seems to be on the pace in the first few sectors and then sort of loses time in the last sector, so we'll have to see what he can do about that as the race goes on. But Rodders there in 5th, 6th for Keith. But the main battle is still this one. Oh, Neil Farmack up on 2 wheels there, just before the wall kicked in there at the edge of that little mound there, and Neil very lucky to get away with that. Oh, Seat 1 goes very wide through that corner. Neil Farmack's going to go straight through on his teammate. A little bit of rub, but he's through. Seat 1 makes a big mistake into the corner, carries way too much speed, and Neil Farmack goes through into 2nd place. So that's the points he needs. And Seat 1 now behind him, and remember, we're going to have to see after the race what they're all doing double points wise, so I'm leaving that as a bit of a suspense for people, so we can we'll all get to know at the end who was on double points, and so that'll add some excitement at the end for us. As Seat 1 and Neil both major air there, and Red Bull's now right on the back of Seat 1, practically pushing him around these corners now. Right on the back, to the inside he goes, to the inside line. Seat 1 and Red Bull side by side, down the hill. Let's see, there he is on the inside. Red Bull backs off, but he's going to try and go for a run through this corner, and he might be able to get a good run through onto this long corner, but no, he just ends up turning in too soon. He has to take 2 stabs at it, and he's lost about half a second in that, so not good there from Red Bull. 1:21.4, good lap time, but Seek and Neil a bit slower that time round. Bidster keeping it consistent in the 20s and the 21s, so very consistent for Bids, pulling out his lead out front, sliding his way through the corner. champion on his way to another on his way to another win. Obviously, last season's champion, that is. Last season's champion on his way to another win here. If he can keep it consistent, as Neil Farmer then going around the outside of his teammate again. Absolutely taking no prisoners. And there's two cars swap positions again. Neil Farmer back to second place, Seat 1 third, Red Bull fourth. We've got Keith and Rodders quite close as well. Keith has actually, I think he's past Rodders. Keith's past Rodders, he's into 5th place. So good job by Keith there, moves up a position, and Rodders back down to 6th place at the mercy of Keith. And then it is Will in 7th. Oh, bit of a twitch there. TY's 8th, and Intrepid back in 9th. I don't think he's getting on with this car combination very well, so best of luck for him next time. Neil still second, Seat 1 third. We've not got any replays in the first half yet, but we'll actually get some replays at the end of the race now. A bit late now, but sorry guys, we're just enjoying the action. We'll get some replays at the end as Keith then he's gone back down to 6th place again. Rodders has gone back through. Keith's made a mistake somewhere and he's gone back down to 6th place, and now he's got Will and TY, the two Rebellion cars, in unison, hunting him down for his 6th place as Keith goes massively wide there. I don't know why he's gone that wide, and he's lost a lot of time. Will's now right on the back of him as we go out this corner, so Keith is under pressure now from Will. And Neil Farmack is still trying to keep away from his teammate, but he keeps making mistakes, so he needs to just try and keep the consistency and see what he can do for himself. Red Bull there in 4th. As Will makes a massive error out of that other corner. It looks a bit, I think he's still kept up the speed though, it was just a bit wild. A few little errors there from Will. As we go through the next corner, oh, very, very wide, carrying all the speed he possibly can, throwing the car sideways at 110 mile an hour plus, braking from 120 mile an hour on dirt down to about 60 or 50 miles an hour for this uphill section. Keith went a bit wide in at first, that's going to slow him down for the exit. Will could get himself on the inside here, and he is putting the car on the inside, trying to get the traction out of the corner, but Keith gets out first and says, no you don't, catch me if you can boys, as we go down through the... Oh, yeah, catch me if you can. He's hit the wall and then he's hit Will. Oh, and Keith accidentally puts himself into the pit lane. Oh no, TY spun round as well. It's all happened at the back. Oh, it's all drama. Keith's ended up going into the pit lane for some strange reason and doing like a drive-through. So unlucky for Keith. So he's actually come back out in front of Intrepid and TY. That's how quick the pit lane is and how unrealistic it is. But TY, he lost it himself, but Keith comes out behind. And yeah, so unlucky there for Keith, but quite funny how he ended up in the pit lane. But like I said at the end, guys, we'll get a replay on that at the end of the race. But that was hilarious. So as we go with Seat 1, then we're in 3rd. He's actually being caught. He's trying to be caught by Red Bull. Neil's actually finally got the pace together and left his teammate, but it's a bit late now because the gap to Bidster, who's still in the lead of this race, is massive. Because Bidster's got, I would say that's a good 8 to 10 second lead for Bidster there as he hops over the jumps, making it look easy out of the front, towards the first corner, sliding the car into the corner and up over the other side. Neil Farmack doing the same here, up over the top, down towards the next corner we go. 121.1 for Neil, not a bad lap time, nice and consistent now, trying to keep up a consistent rhythm. Seat 1 third, Red Bull 4th, trying to catch him. Red Bull faster that time round than Seat 1 as he makes a little error into the first few corners. Will, Keith and Intrepid and TY quite close together as well. Intrepid's now up to 8th. He's got some fresh blood to smell now because he's actually back in the fight. Further up we've got Keith and Will still together. Intrepid and TY at the back still having a nice little battle. So battles up and down the field here as Red Bull still tries to close in on Seat 1. Lap 9 of 11 here at Sardinia. Seat 1 goes very wide, hits the wall. Oh, Red Bull decides to do the same. So he doesn't catch up, and the gap stays the same. And Rodders hits the wall there as well, so that's 3 in a row. Anyone else for making it a 4? Anyone else want to make it a 4? Place your bets now. Are we going to hit the wall in this next corner? Can Will follow and not hit the wall? Keith looks like he might though, because he's going in with a bit of speed. But no, they both don't do it, so 3 in a row, and then that happened. Intrepid does make it a 4th, but Intrepid makes a little mistake there, and TY goes through into 8th place. Intrepid back down to 9th. An unlucky race for him so far. As meanwhile, Will's gone very wide there. He's hit the wall. I think he's gone wide. He's lost speed. Keith's closing up on him rapidly now. Into the Last few corners. Oh, he's got into the corner too hot. He's hit Will. But then, oh, he's done more damage to himself, though. He's done more damage to himself. He taps the wall on the inside. And then he gets going. Keith, no. Unfortunate for Keith. And then back down to 8th place now. And he's got Intrepid for company, but it's not the kind of company he wants, really. Nothing against Intrepid, but he doesn't want to be at the back, Keith. He wants to be up front, getting as many points as he can. So lap 10 of 11 here at Sardinia. Rodders there in 5th, and Red Bull's now on the back of seat 1. They're together, they're side by side. He's caught up finally. Here we go, side by side through that long section into the left-hander. Red Bull to the inside, seat 1. Scandinavian flick through the corner, flick the car the opposite way to turn the other way out the corner, and he gets a good run out of it. That's how you use the Scandinavian flick to your best advantage. For those that don't know what a Scandinavian flick is, basically you go into a corner on dirt, you turn the opposite way, lift off the throttle and turn hard the other way, and it's how older cars end up turning into the corners. And it just helped them out because obviously they didn't have the powerful hydraulic handbrakes that they have these days, so it just helped out cars in general. Will and TY then together, 6th and 7th, the two Rebellion cars in unison. TY and Will battling out here for points, and Will is actually the higher one up in the championship, but will TY challenge him as he wants some more points now to make up for his lack of but just unable to race in the previous round due to the lag. So hopefully TY can get some more points this time. Keith in 8th. Red Bull and Seek on to the last lap then. Everyone else on to the last lap of the race. Bidster in the lead. Neil 2nd. Seek in 3rd. Red Bull still behind in 4th, waiting for an opportunity of a mistake from seat 1. He's not quite close enough to start attacking now, so he's got to try and rely on a mistake from seat 1 on this last lap. Into the corner we go again. A good little Scandinavian flip there by seat 1. It's a good way of getting around the corner without using a handbrake, as I just explained before. As Red Bull hits the wall on the way out, that has definitely set him down now. So that's not good for Red Bull. That's helped Seek out a lot, so he can just sort of almost cruise to his position now, but still can't afford to make too many mistakes. But Bidster dominating this race, fastest lap to boot, over the jump for the last time, flashed his lights. True style there from Bidster, an epic win. Probably about 10 seconds ahead of this person, but now Neil Farmack is going to be 2nd. Finally got his act together and got clear of his teammate, but a bit too late now. Neil Farmack 2nd place. 3rd place is going to go the way of seat 1. Red Bull's hit the wall there, so it's definitely sealed his fate. Seat 1 is going to be in 3rd as he goes over the jump for the last time. Big air from seat 1. 3rd place rounds off the podium. Red Bull a decent 4th place, consistent as ever in 4th. Rodders is going to be in 5th. And Will is coming up the last few corners now, hopefully for 6th place. TY's gone to the back again. TY's done it again. He's made a mistake and he's gone right to the back of the field. So now TY's done it again. He's gone right to the back. Will's going to take 6th place. Up over the jump, and Will take 6th. Keith going for a big jump there at the end. 7th for Keith. Unlucky for him. Intrepid is going to be in 8th, and TY is unfortunately back in his customary position of 9th place this season, so unlucky for TY there. So we'll just get the replays in of the race and followed by the results for you now. Here's the replays from the race. Okay, here's the first of the replays then, looking at the start on board with Intrepid. So we're going down to the first few corners, it's all very tightly packed into here. Now watch Keith ahead. The black car slides out, has lost control. Will has nowhere to go, then Intrepid, whoom, straight through the middle, threads the needle, straight through the middle. Epic stuff there from Intrepid. And then we follow everyone else down the hill. We've got Neil and Rodders have a bit of contact there as well. And then as we go through the corner, just both cars heading towards each other. Bidster and Seek having a nice little fight out in front as well. And then we've got Red Bull and Rodders trying to chase him down. We've got T1 on the outside of us here. And then into the next corner, watch here, seat 1, slide. Bidster sneaks up the inside, seat 1 goes wide. And then we all slide together. And then Neil Intrepid there get very, very close. Down to the next few corners we go. And Intrepid and Neil Farmack are alongside each other. And also further down, we've got Seat 1 and Red Bull quite close together as Intrepid gets shuffled out there, and Neil Farmack goes backwards as well, as then TY has to avoid the bales sideways, and then we stop. Neil Farmack a little bit of a contact on the back, then up the hill we go. Intrepid hits the wall there, And then further through, we'll see Keith's just at the back here, just watching all this happen. As we go out the corner, then we see up front Red Bull and Seat quite close. TY goes wide, and Neil goes through on the inside, and then everyone else jumps over these little jumps. Watch here, we go over the jump. TY's just on the wrong side of the bit and then hits the pit wall there, but luckily gets away with it. And everyone else, that's the first, that's the end of the first lap action as Keith sneaks through. Okay, now here's another look at the incident between Neil, Rodders and TY then on lap 2. So we're going down to the left-hander. Neil's carrying a lot of speed in there, so does Rodders. Rodders carries more speed in. Neil Farman goes wide, Rodders then goes wide, and TY's wrong place at the wrong time, gets hit and goes round. Intrepid then gets involved, I think, as well, as Rodders spins the car back round. We'll get an onboard view from Intrepid now. And now here's the onboard view of that onboard with Intrepid. So watch, Rodders on the inside, Neil they go wide, TY then they just come back across, and TY's wrong place, wrong time. Intrepid hits Rodders round, he couldn't avoid him there, the car didn't ghost in time. It actually helped Rodders to turn around, so good job there by Intrepid again. Now here's a quick replay of something that happened to Intrepid on lap 2. So watch, see there, he goes onto the jump too early, clips the wall. Rodders is very lucky that the car ghosted there, then ends up spinning, and also TY did the same further back as well. Now here's a look at that on board with TY. So see Intrepid's going to hit the wall there, he goes round and he's spun. Now TY does the same thing but a bit earlier, loses control of the car earlier, spins it round, and there's Intrepid trying to recover as well. So they both do similar things. And now here's a replay on board, well not on board, but looking at Keith on lap 3. To see what happened to him to actually lose the front runners and go down towards the back of the field. You see he slides through the corner, just then he can't turn the car the other way, the car's just committed too much to sliding, and no matter what he does, he can't recover. He gets going, but watch here, Rodders almost lands on his car. Very close to disaster there, but Keith just gets going in 6th. And now here's a replay on lap 7 to look at the incident between Keith, Will and TY, which ended up with Keith going into the pit. So watch here. Keith makes the mistake again, goes wide, he's about to go and hit those bales, and it hits Will, and then Will hits the bales. Keith goes in with his trajectory going into the pits, and TY hits the wall, ends up doing a 360 and trying to spin it around. But look, Keith's car still in the pits, still flying through the pits, and then he gets to the other side, and now he's already on his way out. Incredible stuff by Keith there. He gets on the move, and Intrepid comes through and passes TY, and Keith's already out. Incredible stuff there. Here's a quick replay of what happened to Intrepid to hit the wall on lap 9. So breaking into the corner, it's too late. Into the corner, bang, hits the bales and goes round, and then gets on his way again. Okay, here's something we missed earlier. So C1 there makes a mistake, and then Red Bull goes through onto the last lap. He goes into the lead, but then watch, Red Bull gets too excited, carries too much speed into the next corner, he can't stop the car and then turn it the other way, and C goes straight back through into 3rd. And here's something else we missed. Same section of corners, different cars. Will this time going through, and with TY's teammate behind him. Watch Will's car here, goes over the jump, pivots too early, hits the wall, and TY ends up reacting and losing control of his car as well. Will keeps going, but TY is left there with losing some more time. And here's the final replay, looking at how TY ended up going right to the back of the field. So watch, he goes out the corner, on the power, clips the wall there, and ends up spinning the car around. Doesn't look very bad, but then he ends up spinning the car around completely, and then he has to do a full 360 to get the car back going again. But by the time he's got going, Intrepid's well and truly past him. And now straight to the results. And now to the results then. So it's Bidster who takes victory, and double points for him as well. 12 seconds ahead of the field. Absolutely dominant race there from Bidster. And then it's Neil Farmack in 2nd. Double points for him also, so keeps Bidster within reach. Seat 1 is 3rd with Red Bull in 4th. Then we've got Rodders in 5th, double points for him. And then we've got Will in 6th. Keith is 7th. And then Intrepid 8th in double points, and 9th for TY with double points as well. Bidster gets the fastest lap, a 1:19.5. So as you come back from that then, there is your winner, Bidster. Well done to Bidster. He wins the race. Dominant stuff there from Bids. And we will, and also as you saw there as well, he ended up with double points, but so did Neil Farmack. So it's not really extended his gap much. So Bidster and Neil still stay quite close, but they've pulled ahead in the championship. So we will see you guys next time for race 3 of this special event, which will be around going back to Colorado Springs this time, reverse track, and it'll be in the Hyundai Genesis GRB. We'll see you for that one, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching another race by LPB Racing. Hope you all enjoyed that one. And next time it's going to be race 3, and we're going to be in the Hyundai GRB rally car around Colorado Springs reverse.